The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for Milwaukee, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. We've heard some thoughts on it before, but now that we are able to look back on the Warriors' accomplishment last season, all the wins, the first title in 40 years, how do you view the season they had, Shaq, in a historical perspective?
It was super successful. First-year coach with no experience, win championship. 67 wins put them as
The Bucks continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup on the road. Home court advantage goes to the Warriors playing here at the Oracle Arena. Welcome, folks, and thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us here at 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. So Golden State will get the first possession. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. And it's Monroe in at the 5 spot. Crawford's shot is good.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
And the Bucks with possession here. Antetokounmpo passes to Carter Williams. Steps back and fires. The Roracle, or Oracle Arena, was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986. And it doesn't really matter who starts a break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
It's blocked. Right side Hill. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Parker.
Yeah, early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. There was one point in particular that he emphasized. This is a very fast team they're up against, and he told me that their goal will be to force them to earn their points in the half-court offense, not get loose in transition, guys.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And that one's good. Crawford's got his second bucket of the game to go.
When it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles that twine.
And this is a thunderstorm because they got it flowing right now. They are putting on a nice run. And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once and had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his team.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And with Kidd, the results on the floor, Greg, speak for themselves. He knows what he wants out of his players, Clark, and he keeps them accountable.
And, you know, having that accountability is what made the Bucks so much better last season. Kidd is still a very young head coach, but I tell you what, he's shown me a bright future in that capacity for himself.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Offensive rebound, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Warriors?
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Now here's Crawford on the wing. Williams shoots the three, and another three for Golden State.
They are cooking, on fire right now, really flowing well.
Dishes it to Antetokounmpo, poked away. And now Williams.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful jam.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. And here are the Warriors now. Greg Monroe unable to get his shot to go.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
First personal foul, teams first.
The Warriors shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the call will go against Boomer.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
And Middleton kicks to Carter Williams. Poked loose. Crawford with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Crawford's got it. And that one's good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
The feed to Hill. Here is Boomer, covered by Monroe. Good work defensively by Monroe. Bucks trail by 18. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down.
Williams gets the bucket.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Carter Williams dishes to Parker. Monroe right side. Just 4 to shoot. And he uses the glass on the layup. Monroe's got 5.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Crawford against Carter Williams. Crawford passes to Boomer. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
So it's the Warriors now. 19-point game. Just 5 to shoot. Williams, that's a 2-pointer. And it's Golden State with another.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
The Bucks have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, we usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Parker kicks to Antetokounmpo. Tipped away. Taken away by Williams.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Boy, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Middleton. And Parker, here we go. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Warriors leading by 21.
And I think everyone knew the Bucks would be much improved last season. But to see the jump into the middle of the playoff picture, I think that took everybody by surprise.
Crawford, no luck.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Antetokounmpo passes to Parker. Takes it from 10. Oh, that's blocked. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity.
That is as athletic a move as you're going to see right there, folks. Unbelievable.
Clark, what about the hang time?
You're talking about hang time. That fella had helium in those shoes.
And you're going to need some hang time to pull off that kind of a 360.
And he gets it to go. 6 points for Jabari Parker. For the Bucks, their improvement, usually you see incremental progress. Even after losing key players, Clark, they shot up the standings.
And part of that, Kevin, was just growing as a team, coming together, and also improving the roster. Another part was that they were better than their record showed 2 years ago. Player development is part of the improvement.
Good on the shot. Parker's got 8 points.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Crawford's shot is good.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
A great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
Now here's Parker. 8 points for him. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Crawford passes to Boomer. A baseline J. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
And that one's good. Parker.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic. They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Left side, Williams. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
I think it's pretty smart that he's been given the ball pretty much every time down the floor.
Yeah, and when you're 8 for 8, I mean, I think that would also call for you to get more. Definitely has got it going right now.
And here are the Warriors now. Crawford, no one around him. Another 3 for Golden State.
And what a move, guys. I mean, he's absolutely embarrassing him out there right now.
Well, that's an ankle breaker, Greg. You know that. And then he calmly knocked it down. Sweet.
And the Bucks, their shooting has been tremendous early. Their offense looking primed and ready for this matchup. Antetokounmpo kicks to Carter Williams. Monroe sets a screen for Carter Williams. And Monroe, the bucket on the assist from Carter Williams. 7 points for Greg Monroe.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Kicks it down to Middleton. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And he gets it to go.
They are wreaking havoc on him with the three-point shot here.
The defense has no answer right now. Even when they've gotten a hand up, it has not seemed to matter.
Williams with the steal. On, here we go. Crawford all alone. And the basket by Hill.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
It's Parker with the drive. Williams with the block. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. The kick out to Hill. 36 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Another shot. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Crawford outside. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. The Warriors on top, just dominating this one. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been much more intense defensively. And their defense not only has been intense, but it's been swarming and saran wrap-like.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Golden State looking at who they've got. The chosen one out there with Williams. And there's Captain Clutch. And it's Boomer. And it's Hill in at the shooting guard.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
And in college, guys, Miles Plumlee had an unusual competitor at his position. It was his younger brother, Mason. I mean, they actually had to compete against one another for playing time.
Here is Boomer. Plumlee with the steal. Bayless dishes to Vasquez. Kicks it to Bayless. Plumlee with a screen on Crawford. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Not doing them any favors with those kinds of errors.
Especially now, Greg, with every possession being so crucial.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Greg, going back to those Plumlee brothers you were talking about, there is competition. And then, Clark, you know, there's this friendly rivalry that'll always exist.
Yeah, the brotherly competition, if you will. They have similar bodies and share some of the same attributes as well. Drafted in back-to-back years, both toward the end of the first round. A lot of parallels.
A lot of similarities, you're right. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Guys, untidy. You've got to value the possession of the basketball.
Simply put, out of control. It's how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
It's deflected. Cruz the pass to Williams. The three. Another three for Golden State.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
Now here's Mayo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The three from Hill. Boomer the pass to Cruz. From outside the arc, shot's good.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from them.
To the middle, here's Plumlee. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
And the basket by Hill.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And slam dunk by Henson.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
Here's Boomer, and it's Golden State with another.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Hill. Here's Williams. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Williams has got 27 points.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Here is Bayless. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And that one's good. And the Warriors with possession here. Crawford outside. And another three for Golden State.
And he does it again. What can you say? The defense continues to allow him to get open out there. They've got to know that he can knock down that shot. Put somebody on him.
The shot's good from Bayless.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
Now here's Williams. He's got 27, and he gets the bucket. Williams has got 10 points in the quarter.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Mayo, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And guys, when you look at O.J. Mayo's statistics over the past few years, nothing really stands out. But then you watch him in games, especially in clutch moments, and he can seem like the most dangerous guy on the floor. A scary, deep-range shooter who loves to take defenders one-on-one.
Well, on the topic of O.J. Mayo, has value in this NBA.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, he's multi-skilled, good size, sees himself as a superstar, and yet that sometimes derails him being as effective as he could be because he just can't quite get comfortable in that role of being a backup.
Now here's Crawford. 24 points for him. Cruz, again, Golden State.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Vasquez with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Now here's Crawford.
went to the windmill dunk to turn this place on its ear. I love it.
Yeah, this crowd is stunned.
That's as electric a finish as you're going to see.
Now here's Mayo. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Jared Bayless. Crawford outside. Now the pass to Boomer. 13 feet away. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
That's tipped. Out to the right wing. Vasquez kicks to Mayo. No good with the triple.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
Here is Vasquez following the score by Golden State. Plumlee with a screen on Crawford. Just 5 on the clock. Antetokounmpo dishes to Mayo. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th assist in this one. He feeds it to Henson. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Doubled by Plumlee. And Henson sends it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Henson touched it last. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Monroe's checked in for Plumlee. Parker comes in for John Henson. Chris Middleton's checked in for O.J. Mayo. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Vasquez. Now here's Williams. He has 31. Just 5 to shoot. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Williams has got 33 points.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Out to Parker. Poked loose. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And Parker with the block. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Parker. Crawford outside, and he gets it to go. Crawford's got 8 here in the quarter.
Once again, the defense letting them get open at the three-point line. That's a major mental mistake there. You've got to get to the shooter.
Well, Clark, the Bucks were much improved on the road last season, going 18-23.
Yeah, they were very competitive. This young team fought hard and rarely found themselves out of games on the road, which is a good sign for the future.
Now here's Crawford. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go. They get a hand on it. Passes to Boomer. Shot from 16. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Boomer's got 13 points.
And don't be surprised if we see a lot more of that to come. I mean, when he gets going like this, it is not easy to slow him down. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Crawford against Carter-Williams. They set the pick. Pass to Hill. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. He is a scorching 86%. The Bucks have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Crawford against Carter-Williams. Now here's Crawford. He's guarded closely, and that one's good. Crawford's got 10 points in the quarter. For Milwaukee, they've gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. The drive by Monroe, and good on the basket. Book it.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned, pound-the-rock basketball, and it is definitely working for them.
I wasn't sure if he'd be able to keep it up, but he has. Wow.
Middleton the pass to Parker. Teardrop shot. Crawford with the rebound. Crawford's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks.
I tell you
there.
what, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that one again.
Oh, and here comes Williams all alone. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating to halt the run. Crawford against Antetokounmpo from downtown. And yes, sir, that one drops. And that's now 37 points for Crawford.
To be honest, I'm speechless, and that doesn't happen very often. This may be the best shooting performance I've ever seen.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. It's blocked. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
The Warriors have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And that one falls for Crawford. They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
From deep three-point. Got it! He got it!
Just in time.
What a shot!
Free points at the buzzer.
Definitely an answer to prayer there.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Warriors ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. It was all about Golden State as the game got going. Seemingly flawless as the game got underway, they were knocking down shots and playing tough defense as they went on a 13-0 run. They delivered a real beatdown in the first quarter, ending with a whopping lead. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, we have to talk about the unbelievable job they've done rebounding the basketball. They've sent bodies flying to the boards on every possession. They've been a stronger, quicker, tougher team by a wide margin. And it's that dominance on the glass that's going to win them this game.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
Well, there are a few areas they need to improve on, but perimeter defense is priority numero uno. They got to be quicker to close out on the three-point shooters, and you got to prevent the open looks. They weren't fighting through screens. They're just not doing enough, Ernie, especially outside.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
No slowing him down, just some incredible numbers for Crawford. 43 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
I think we need a calculator to keep track of just how many of those he's knocked down.
The Bucks shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57% on the court for the Bucks. Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Craig Monroe is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Carter Williams in at the one.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And up the court come the Warriors. Look at that.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. And so it's Milwaukee with it, following the score by Golden State. Parker left side. That is good. Parker's got 18 points in the game.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
That's good. 46 points for Crawford.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Carter Williams kicks to Parker. Snatched away. The Warriors, another fast break opportunity here. Oh! Ho, ho!
You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
I tell you what, that's one of those plays where you want to get credit for not only the bucket, but also the assist.
Now here's Parker. 18 points for him. And it's the Warriors on the break.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
They get a hand on it. Crawford with the steal.
And they're not taking their foot off the pedal. They just keep adding to their lead.
Well, it's never a good idea to back off and ease up, and it doesn't look like that thought's even crossed their mind. I love it.
Crawford against Carter Williams. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And boy, how good was Chris Middleton last season? I mean, always a deep shooter who could stretch the floor. He hits the weight room in the offseason and became a much stronger defender. Now he's one of the more promising 3-and-D guys in the league.
And for Chris Middleton last season, he went up in points, assists, rebounds, but went down in turnovers.
Boy, what an improvement for this young man. A late bloomer. I liked him when he was at Texas A&M, still growing into his body, playing with great confidence, and he can spray that thing from 3. I like his promise.
Carter Williams dishes to Middleton. Double team on Parker. Beyond the arc. Warriors with the rebound. Boomer's got 4 rebounds in this game. The kick out to Williams. And another 3 for Golden State.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break.
This is a nice third-quarter surge here. They've got it going right now.
And a perfect time to get hot, just as we get into the meat of the second half here.
Here's Carter Williams. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Middleton the pass to Parker. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Pass to Cruz. Goes up high for the 2-handed dunk.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it played.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
Here's Middleton. The Warriors making the shot. It's stolen by Hill. And pushing it up is Golden State Warriors again in transition.
The windmill finish. Now that's nasty. How do you do?
Finishes the play. Utter disregard for his own safety.
And his teammates still shaking their heads. You know what? He must have told him to be on the lookout for something special.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Now here's Carter Williams, and it's the Warriors on the break. Crawford leading the charge.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Crawford with the steal. On, here we go. Crawford all alone. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Jabari Parker.
A good game for Boomer. He's got 13 points and 4 blocks. What a force he's been in the paint.
And he's gotten himself into the air, Clark, so often, blocking shots and getting rebounds.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Bayless. Tries again. No luck. Nice D from Crawford.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Climbing the ladder for the 360, that's major bounce right there.
Yeah, Clark, he was sky high on the finish.
And how about the athleticism, coordination, and obviously a lot of confidence to pull something like that off.
Now here's Vasquez. He dishes it to Mayo. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Mayo's got 6 points.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
It's Crawford with the drive. And he goes big with the dunk right over John Henson.
Reverberation throughout the entire building on that one.
It sure did. Up high and down hard on the windmill flush.
And how about the impact that's going to have on your team? You can imagine how much adrenaline starts to flow through the veins after that.
The spinorama kind of